Hey everyone, and welcome to the walkthrough of how to make conscious habits. This will be focused on the habits to regain my morning power. So hope you are curious about that, interested, and let's just get going. I also want to welcome you to A Mind for You by me, Brian Jacobsen. And this is where we train and learn about everything that can help you and us to experience more of what we truly desire. In this video here, we shall walk through an example of creating the essential habits to accomplish the desire, waking up refreshed, excited, clear, and ready for the day's tasks at hand. So that's our main goal. I'm going to walk you through it, show you how I make my mind map, and let's look into it. So again, reminder, quote by Stephen Covey and Robin Sharma: everything is created twice, first in the mind and then into reality, just like this video here. Here's the Stephen Covey model. If you haven't seen my first video, there's a link below in the description here on YouTube where you can find it. But it's about first what I want to, then what knowledge, what to and why to do it. Then we develop or distinguish the skills, and then we look into the habits. You see some overlaps of commitment, vision, and competence. I slightly touch upon that in this video here. Mind map of creating our wake up desire. And I'm going to share a new thing here, which is the mind map. I'm going to make it bigger for you. So what you see here is a mind map. I just created this one. And you see it has the same elements like desire, knowledge, skills, and habits. I can zoom in a little bit for you so we can see it more better. We're going to start with the desire here. So there's some questions that is needed to be answered about a desire to make it specific, right? We got to define it and we got to visualize it. So first, to describe anything, we need to visualize it. So this is the first one. And visualizing it, I used something called the Guided Intuitive Engineering session from Danish here, from Become a Mindbender course. This is a guided session where you will be diving into what it is you truly want, see it for yourself, live it through a couple of times, and then describe it from there, right? So we need to visualize it. Okay, and that's what I did in order to define it up here. So I made some work already, right? We need to be specific. What is it that I truly desire? What is it that I saw myself doing here? I wake up and I open my eyes 5 minutes before the alarm. So that's what I saw in my visualization. I'm waking up knowing it is time, right? It's ready for going for the day, getting excited, get my juices going. So I better get up right away. So that's the state that I want to experience when I wake up. Also, my desire is I know exactly what the next 30 minutes of the first part of my day is for, okay? Which is to get into my best feeling possible. Best feeling possible. And this will benefit my ability to be productive for the goals I have set and my commitments, okay? Commitments such as running my business, being healthy, feeling great, practice my training, but also to have the surplus of energy to flow with life and the day's tasks. Okay, so this is as specific as I could get to define my desire here. Okay. Next part is to describe it. Well, we already started on it, but how does it feel for me, right? Just to tap into that sensation, because that's really what's going to motivate us. That's the carrot, so to speak. So how does it feel to wake up like that? I feel empowered. I feel confident, but I also feel purposeful. There's meaning with this. Okay. How do you feel, or how do I feel having it? Similar as how does it feel? But I do sense when I play around, like having this ability to wake up like this for, let's say, a whole year. Well, I feel in control. I feel disciplined. I feel respectful of my time. because I'm waking up, making the most of it. I feel valuable, right? I appreciate that starting the day doing what I love is something that matters to me. I feel meaningful and happy, joyful. Okay, so that's how I feel, seeing myself having this ability. Okay, so that's what I want, right? Next step is, how does it support my daily life? Okay, and the questions for how does it support my health? Well, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I do imagine or seeing myself having an improved health, right? Feeling great, better sleep, better rejuvenation. How does it help my wealth? Well, I am more productive. So I see it helps my wealth with being able to complete tasks more effectively, being of better service for people, for myself, in my relationships, with my friends. Okay. How about my focus? Well, waking up, having clarity, right? So it helps my focus. I'm not being distracted, which many of us probably have experienced from looking at the phone at the first thing, spending 10 minutes of just wandering around on news that doesn't really matter for what it is I want to accomplish for this day, right? Getting distracted. And all distractions, they take mental energy, and it takes energy away from what's really important. It increases my awareness. I'm going to journal. I'm going to have a look into what actually affects my sleep and what affects my ability to wake up as I desire. So it increases my awareness of other habits that might influence this, positively or negatively. I see it supports my relations, right? I'm more turned on, more excited. I'm more bringing an energy, right? So that helps all relations. And of course, it helps my goals being more on focused, more on the spot. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is this to me? Well, what is my commitment, right? So my importance is 10, right? Having an awesome day consistently throughout my future experience of life. Well, importance 10, right? Can't get any higher than that. My commitment is I will practice a minimum of 3 weeks on the habits in this video here I find effective before reevaluating my approach. So making new habits, there's a trial and error, right? And 3 weeks is usually the time to practice a habit before you start to see real benefits showing up. Next thing is, it takes 3 months to make something a habit. Okay, so one thing is to see results, but making something a habit for ourselves, something that is subconsciously going on without me having to think about it so much. 3 months commitment, and journal what has worked, what didn't, so I can improve over time. So that's my commitment. How much time and effort will I give it? Well, this one actually goes a little bit into my expected idea of how I can wake up refreshed, right? So 30 minutes before bedtime, that's what I want to give it, preparation. 30 minutes waking up, so it's about an hour a day. Amount of sleep here is not included, but the sleep time, of course, is also an effort, in a sense, to give myself the 6-7 hours, maybe more, maybe less. We'll see how everything plays out. Why is it important in one sentence? Because I love to feel great. Great importance. Working consciously, right? And make the most of my time here and now. I love that. So pretty much that's why it's important to me. So that was the desire here. I'm going to zoom out a bit from our mind map. You see, I defined it. Okay. Now I got to look into the knowledge of it. Okay, so how and why do we need to do these things to accomplish it? Well, what we see here is the first step is, how do I see I can make my desire come true, right? That's some of my knowledge. I see that when I wake up, first doing a few rounds of deep breathing and relax, right, will help me to rejuvenate my system, get some energy going, lying down or sitting, right? It helps me to feel the body, so I can write down anything that comes to mind, see how everything has changed from doing my routines, and it's increasing my awareness by doing so. When we journal, we increase our awareness of what's going on in the mind, our body, getting it down on paper. How do I see my desire come true of being, having more energy? Have a glass of water after my breathing that I need to prepare from the day before, right? So we see that having a good sleep, now I get the knowledge that I need to prepare something the day before, sometimes with lemon, sometimes pure water, sometimes with salt and lemon, as I know it aids the system and my kidneys. So this is some of the part that I see how my desire can come true. What information do I need access to? Well, I need to understand more and study more of what happens during sleep and how to sleep effectively. So I'll search Google, I'll search some research upon that. I need to find information of what is needed to get my energy, mental focus, and well-being going as soon as possible after waking up, okay? Very specific questions here. How I can access my calm, clear, and focused state of mind, right? That's my desire. So I need to find some methods on being able to do that, if any. So that's some of the information that I need. Where can I get access to this information? Well, I don't really know as such, but I do practice yoga. So the yogic sciences, they work a lot on sleep. They work a lot on breath work, focus, mental clarity, get the energy going in the body. So I need to find teachers, study books. There's Western science, right? Search Google and research on sleep. Just mentioned it before. I can get my information from authors or mind trainers, or what I see as authorities being able to practice similar habits already. I got some names here. And more, of course, is possible. Don't limit ourselves, but this is what I found. And last one, which I really enjoy also, where can I access this information? Well, my intuition and observation of own behavior, right? Of cause and effect. So asking ourselves, how will this be possible? And just look into if you can come up with an answer through a visualization. Answers may come. So that's where I can access this information, okay? What does the desire require for its accomplishment? Well, consistent sleeping habits. Well, to practice something, we need to be consistent. We need to practice pretty much the same every time to see how it's going to work out. If there's too many variables, we don't know what influences our behavior, our state of being. So consistent sleeping habits. Prepare the night before waking up, what I need to do, my priorities. So I know what I'm excited for before I go to sleep. This knowledge comes from that the mind works 24/7. So whatever I focus on just before going to sleep will help me and making my mind work for making that happen, okay? I need to avoiding substances that inhibits me from taking conscious action and disturb my sleep. Now, what that would be, alcohol, drugs, caffeine, obviously, overeating, maybe foods that's hard to digest late in the evening. A steady sleep schedule, right? Maybe it's necessary to go to sleep at the same time, waking up at the same time. Not sure yet, but just a hunch. So this is pretty much requirements. It's not that much actually, but we'll look into it later on. So just to give you a basic idea of knowledge, also to make the video here a little bit short, if possible. But I look into answering these questions. So again, oh, this is what I actually need to research. This is where I need to find the skills that we're going to bring on here. So I've done that. And then we can look into the skills before we actually define our habits. So let's look into those skills. What skills do I need to accomplish the goal? Here we go. I need a discipline skill, right? I need to set my alarm, okay? That's discipline, setting your alarm before you go to bed. I need to do that 30 minutes before, right? I go to bed because I want to be done with all work on electronics 30 minutes before bedtime. So that's one discipline. To do that, stay consistent with it. Now, I don't see any balance skills. I don't see any muscle strength skills. Maybe focus, but not so much, or self-confidence. Well, confidence in practicing maybe. Anything else? I need to formulate in writing my tasks for tomorrow. So that's a skill, right? To write down what it is I need to do the day after. Another skill is performing relaxing practices to calm mind and body for sleep and rest. Okay. I also need the skill, and I see I didn't write that one down, but I also need the skill. How can I tap into a clarity in the morning? How can I tap into having more energy when I wake up and after I woke up? But pretty much, I hope you get the idea that you need to write them down. So the more specific you get, the more closer you get to developing a habit. Okay. How can I train these skills? Okay, know beforehand when to wake up and thus when to go to bed. So that's how I can train it, right? If I know when I want to wake up, then I also know when to go to bed to get my 6 to 7 hours of sleep. I also know when to stop the electronics and do relaxing practices. Well, it's regardless of where I am, I need to turn off electronics 30 minutes before sleep. I need to have something to write down on tomorrow's waking up goal and practices for 30 minutes as I wake up. So that's something that I need to train these skills. And what I also need and how I can train them is to keep a sleep or wake up schedule, a sort of journal, writing down how it feels, how it goes. Okay, that's how I see I can train these skills. Can I define the skills in simple tasks? Turn off electronics 30 minutes before sleep time. Yep, pretty easy. Practice relaxation with a cup of tea before sleep. Pretty simple. Journal my wake up time and feeling state. Pretty simple. Journal feeling state after 30 minutes of practices. So that will be waking up, practicing the 30 minutes, and then how am I feeling then? And of course, getting more in alignment with the desire. I need to journal eating time and caffeine intake, because I see from the knowledge that can influence my sleeping effectivity and also then affect how I'm waking up. Another one, prepare water with lemon before sleep. I can have that as part of my 30 minutes relaxation routine, getting ready for bed. And this one, perform breath work 5 to 20 minutes right as I'm waking up to get my energy going. So that's skills and simple tasks, right? Okay, so with these skills in mind, then I go to the habits. How can I develop habits? So up here, what is needed on a weekly basis to begin creating my desire? Knowing my schedule for wake up time to be ready for work, that's a habit, okay? Creating a schedule for wake up time and to be ready for work. 1 to 3 weeks ahead, if possible. You can also just play around saying I want to wake up 4:30 a.m. Well, that will be my wake up time, okay? Planning ahead to go to bed regularly, for example, 10:30 p.m. That's when I want to go to bed, have my 6 hours, 7 hours of sleep. Pretty much that is what is needed to know on a weekly basis. Anything daily needed? Well, something to journal in. And also practice breath work and journaling. Pretty much that's what I need on a daily basis. Next thing from the habits is what changes from now on and then do I see happening? That's a good question, because we need to know what it is we want to have more of, and we need to have it as a habit to see that change. Because the mind, as I said before, the knowledge of the mind is it works 24/7. So visualizing before bed the changes I see before sleep, okay, which is the desire. So I need to revisualize that, reconnect with that desire over and over again for a 3 weeks period at a minimum. And then, of course, my commitment for 3 months. So that's a habit. Physical habits, I mentioned breath work and stretching. That will be before bedtime. But also in the morning, right? To get the energy going, breath work, stretching. Mental habits, like this one up here. Mental habit is to get excited for waking up. So before you even go to bed, before I even go to bed, I want to get excited. Good state of being, excited to wake up and starting enjoying the benefits that I see. Not a mental habit, to visualize my new morning routines, morning's attitude. Habits of attitude. Starting to have an attitude of refreshed. Tap into that. What is that for you? Refreshed. What does it feel like? An attitude of clear or clarity. Focused. Let's just change that one. Focused. There we go. And an attitude of ready to go. Right. So in my journal, I need to tap in to see, do I have the habit when I'm done with the practices to have this attitude of ready to go? But also when I wake up. I need to practice it. Sleeping habits. Well, obviously, steady sleep time, 6 to 7 hours. Start with 7 hours, then journal when I wake up. How is that going? Can I lower it? Do I need more? Right. Eating habits. Well, I know from knowledge, I didn't write that one up there, but from experience, knowing that eating 3 hours before sleep helps to sleep more effectively, and thus you can sleep faster. You sleep faster because you need less time to become refreshed, to become focused and ready to go. So there's some eating habits needs to change. I need to define habits for a week forward. Well, take these habits that I mentioned up here, right, and also in the skill sets, need to define them. Already did that. I can hang them up on the wall in my bedroom to see them on a daily basis, or in my office, maybe both, to be reminded, okay, now time is this, I need to start doing that. You can even put that into your phone. It will do the work for you at first. And of course, I need to journal my progress. Right? What is the expected outcome? Well, my desire. What is unexpected? I need to journal that. Maybe I experienced something else. And what challenges do I have? Maybe difficult to always eat 3 hours before sleep, or difficult to, could be anything, right? So challenges. But pretty much what happened here, what we went through, is we actually went from a desire, right, to wake up refreshed, the desire over here, and to some habits, right? So I'll begin these habits. I know already 3 months, 3 weeks with steady practice, journal, breathing habits. Okay, cool. Pretty much that's what I wanted to show you here. That's how you can use the mind map, use the method. Head back into our presentation here. And that's what I have for you. That's how I start to create my new habits for waking up refreshed. So I hope you see that alignment of tapping into what it is you really want, get the knowledge of it, get the habits of it, right? And of course, this is what I want to show you here, because this is pretty much what we learn how to accomplish, and all methods in the Become a Mindbender will help us to take something that we have inside that we want more of and put into our living experience, our daily life. So if you want to become a mindbender, learn more about creating and training your new habits, or learn how to handle the pitfalls All right, so we can easily get into overthinking, fears, or limiting beliefs and how they stop us from achieving our goal. We got the Become a Mindbender course, and you see it down here. And if you're interested in more of that, just comment below. Okay, thank you very much for watching here. And do you want the list for the habits and skills needed to begin waking up excited and refreshed? Please comment below. Just regain my morning power. You can call it that. And I'll give you a list of all the habits, what you need to start doing. And yeah, comment below more info if you want to learn about the Become a Mindbender course. And that's pretty much it. Thanks again for watching. If you got it this far, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It will help me, support me, and also get the message out for more people. Any contact, you can of course go to amindforyou@gmail.com. Okay. And yeah, the video is pretty blurry here. Sorry for that. My webcam is off, apparently. Loose connection. So this is what you will have to look at. Have a great day. Have a great experience. Hope you'll increase your awareness, become aware of more of your self and abilities, how you can make an impact in life. Much love. Take care. I'll see you soon.